We've just witnessed one of the clearest abuses of prosecutorial power in modern American history. I say that as a former federal prosecutor who spent 30 years inside the Department of Justice. The office of Jeanine Pirro, the U.S. attorney appointed by President Trump for the District of Columbia, reportedly attempted to indict Senators Mark Kelly and Elisa Slotkin, and Representatives Jason Crow, Maggie Goodlander, Chris DeLuzio, and Chrissy Houlihan over a video in which those lawmakers accurately reminded members of the American military and intelligence communities that they can refuse illegal orders. I say this is one of the clearest abuses because the Supreme Court settled this question more than 50 years ago. The controlling case is Brandenburg versus Ohio. Under that decision, speech can't be charged as a crime unless the government proves three things. The speaker intended to incite lawless action, the lawless action was imminent, and the speech was likely to produce it. That's an extraordinarily high bar, and for good reason. Let me explain why. In a constitutional republic like ours, speech is protected even when it's intended to criticize those in power. The framers of modern First Amendment doctrine understood that if speech can be punished simply because it criticizes those in power, constitutional government can't survive. Here, the lawmakers' video encouraged soldiers and intelligence officers to follow the law and uphold the Constitution, not violate them. That's undeniable constitutionally protected speech. It aligns with the Uniform Code of Military Justice and long-standing military doctrine that just following orders is not a defense for unlawful conduct. Treating constitutionally protected speech as a federal crime is a direct assault on the First Amendment and an egregious misuse of the criminal justice system. A grand jury in Washington saw that and reportedly refused to indict, but it shouldn't have had to. Criminal prosecution is one of the government's most formidable powers. It allows the government to accuse people of crimes, compel them into court, and potentially deprive them of their freedom, reputation, and property. That power must be exercised with restraint and within constitutional boundaries. When prosecutors attempt to charge constitutionally protected speech as a crime, it sends a chilling message far beyond the individuals involved that dissent may carry legal risk. That's not a message the Department of Justice should ever send. Every federal prosecutor takes an oath to support and defend the Constitution. Jeanine Pirro's reported attempt to secure this indictment ran directly against that oath. This is how constitutional boundaries erode, one abuse of power at a time.